Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the yard line.
Let's go.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even.
Double.
4 down, even.
Wait,
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, let's go.
Too tight.
Shift.
4 down.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run
Hey, let's
plays.
go!
A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Jordan Reed has it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Hey, let's go!
Double tight. Four down.
Shift!
Slam.
Wait.
Gives to Elliott, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's go!
Good trash. Mike, 50.
Vic now from the 50. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Let's go, defense.
The 20.
Here we go.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Right there.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Vic on 2nd down. Fighting through pressure. Forced out to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Double tight. We got four.
Lion.
First down, Vic. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Watch the shift.
Base 24.
Mike 50.
And first carry now for Ricky Williams. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
The gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Hey. 4 down.
Double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in position.
Hey, let's go.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Salt.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
Orange. Wait.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a
90.
3rd and 8.
20. Lion. 300.
Go now.
Lion. 300.
From the gun, Vic. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
White 20. Lion. 300.
Vic will look to throw on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Single. 34 out.
When they say, White 20.
Here we go. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Salt.
Check.
When they say,
Vic readies to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Ricky Williams from 8 yards out. And his guys are an extra point. Long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strong right. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Orange.
That was second down throw for Vic. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jordan Reed, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. The return man is Hill. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
4 down. Staying open.
To throw, Vic. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
White 20.
Let him know.
Eagle.
Let him know.
Here's Michael Vick. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We got 4.
Second down, Vick. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, let's go.
Vic now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Motion. Bump.
Orange.
Vic now. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Alpha.
They don't want
Again, it's Vic. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
From the red zone now, Vic. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Single. Here we go. Watch 7. I'm coming after you.
Vic to the air again. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Randy Moss in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 30, 20, 10, and he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Oh, what a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Dion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Vic now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike.
Alpha.
Vic to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Mike's 50.
Double.
Ricky.
Vic operating on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Space 5-2.
Here's Vic. Caught left side, Williams. And this time he's able to. Take it down to the 42. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
86. He's sneaky, guys. Watch out for 80.
Gas, gas. White 90. White 90.
Switch, switch, switch. Check motion, 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 motion.
Orange, orange. White 20.
Now here's Vic. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Motion, motion.
Orange, orange.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Alpha, alpha. White 96.
Throwing, Vic. Steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way.
Hey, let's go.
Would have been a great
Hey, let's
play
go.
if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
4 down.
White 86.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And an interception in the end zone for Deion Sanders. That takes me back to, I believe, his last game at Florida State, a Sugar Bowl game against Auburn. The last play of the game, he switched assignments to make sure he was on the top receiver for Auburn and picked off the pass to end the game in the end zone in the Sugar Bowl. Deion Sanders.
So much knowledge in that mind. What a great career Deion Sanders had. 8-time Pro Bowler. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
White 20. White 20. White 96.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
White 20. White 20. White 96.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw coming for Vic. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Blitz, 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 blitz.
White 20. White 20.
Back now in Nashville. on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Hey, late. Wait, listen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hey, let's
The
go.
rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
50's the Mike.
Wait, listen.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs.
Wait, listen.
Look for second.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to wind up in it. That's caught at the 25. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Hey, let's go black you now.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
First down, Vic. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to
White
connect.
90. White 20.
Slot, stay on the slot.
White 20.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Watch twist, watch twist,
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
White 90. White 20.
Check. Three down.
Alpha, alpha.
Buzz.
Eagle, eagle.
You ready?
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Three down.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
It's just me and you. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Forced out to his left.
Let's go. Pick it up.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Check 3.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on second and 8.
52.
4 down. Watch the shit.
White 20.
Again, it's Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. Watch 7. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Black over.
Peek in.
On third down, here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Back to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot.